Hey everybody, welcome back. It's another episode of the DVO Show, and I'm here with my friend Ryan Mumford. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing good, thanks, man. We actually connected through Chris Forbush, who's a guest previously on my show, and he was telling me afterwards, he's like, "Hey DVO, you need to talk to my boy Ryan. Like, you guys are like in sync mentally. I think you guys would really get along." Then we actually went out and celebrated Chris's birthday, and we sat down together and we were talking, and I kind of feel like we hit it off. I enjoyed it, and so here we are today because you've got a business, and I want to talk about that. But before we get into it, we were just kind of BSing a little bit before we started here, and we have a lot of similarities. We're kind of finding out, like what we like to do in our down times. Movies.
Yep.
We were just kind of talking about that. I'm the same way. I watch movies because my mind is racing 100 miles an hour, it feels like.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I like to watch a movie to kind of get that entertainment that's kind of done for me. I don't have to think much. I can just sit back and relax and enjoy. Is that kind of how you feel, or kind of why do you like it?
No, I enjoy kind of the downtime of just kind of relaxing and just turning the brain off.
Yeah.
So movies are a good kind of way to do that. And the other cool thing with movies and just kind of watching them in general is to see how the protagonist deals with certain situations and how you can actually apply maybe not literally, but figuratively, or how you can see it applied into your own life. So sometimes it's kind of fun to view them that way,
or maybe even how you would solve that problem that they were going through during.
Or solve the problem that you see on the screen maybe in your own way. Who knows?
That's pretty funny. You were just mentioning one of your favorite movies is The Predator.
Yes, Predator.
What was it that you loved about it? What was like the aspect?
Well, a lot of it was just kind of the way it was portrayed. It starts off as kind of this, big action movie. Before you even get into what the actual creature is, the creature comes, later in the movie.
True.
So that's kind of what was the big draw, is that you didn't really know what was going on until the later half of the movie, and then just the reveal of the creature was awesome. So
it was pretty awesome looking.
Yeah.
It's pretty
awesome.
awesome.
Probably one of my favorite creature from the movies.
Good point. Did you what did you think about like Arnold Schwarzenegger, like his acting? I think almost one of his first movies as like a big attraction.
Yeah, one of his. I think it was actually one of the larger ones that he did. I'm not sure if Terminator came first.
Good point.
Or if I can't remember off the top of my head, but I knew that he did like a Hercules in New York.
Yeah.
Did
you see that?
I haven't seen that.
Me
one,
neither.
but,
have you seen pieces of it?
Little pieces.
It's almost a little ridiculous, but
but yeah, I mean, you got to get your start somewhere. So
it's true. Yeah.
But yeah, I think as the years have kind of gone on, he's become kind of the king of the one-liner, and
he really has.
It's kind of his key to fame, partially through a lot of the movies. I mean, apart from his bodybuilding and his.
Did you actually see The Expendables?
Yes, all three.
And that's what he was doing, right? Like his one-liners during the movie. I thought it was great. I loved that.
Yeah, I really enjoyed one of the scenes where they were kind of quoting each other's one-liners.
That was pretty. Who's he doing that with? Was it Sylvester Stallone?
No, it wasn't Stallone.
Or Van Damme?
It was Bruce Willis in the second one.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was good. I love that. That was good.
Yeah,
because I love that. Well, I want to talk about what you're up to and what you're doing. Right now, you're wearing a shirt. If they're watching on YouTube, you guys are watching on YouTube. You can see Ryan's wearing a shirt with his company logo on it, named Mantra.
Yeah.
Now, when I say Mantra, what is that?
So,
what is your brand about?
So, Mantra, for me, is more about making a statement.
Okay.
It's a personal statement, either to yourself. And I actually have a philosophy behind this whole thing. When I was doing research into Mantra and getting into the right mindset of what it was, I started looking up descriptions of Mantra.
Okay.
And part of it is kind of the repetition of a word in Sanskrit. So you get a lot of the kind of meditative style of mantras that you see. And I as much as I like that definition, I kind of went with the secondary definition of what mantra is, and that is to make a statement.
Oh, interesting. Okay,
So
I like that.
That's kind of what I like. I mean, that's more towards an internal. You're internalizing kind of what value system and what you believe in, and that's kind of it ends up representing on an outward appearance.
Oh, I like that.
So you change your mental state, and the rest, everything else around you can change, which is really nice. So that's kind of why I like, making a statement, stand behind the values that you claim to believe in, and that's kind of where it became.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Is this a project you took on your own?
Yeah, it's an idea that I started on my own. Kind of as a necessity to expand myself as a designer, as a graphic designer.
Interesting.
Because I like creating something new out of something, and that's what's kind of fun. So my own personal mantras are evolve, find a way or make one, have always been kind of fun. Blood and sweat.
Okay.
Because you have to put a lot of your own personal time and.
True.
I mean, that's probably the most valuable thing that you can put in is your time into whatever it is that you want to achieve. So
I believe in that.
that's where a lot of the mantra comes from.
Okay, so I actually was going to ask you that next question. Was like, what are some of your favorite mantras?
Yeah.
So he's listed it there. Great. Why is it though? Like evolve.
Why does it evolve?
Yeah, or you kind of talked a little bit about the blood and sweat, but some of those ones that you just mentioned, why are those some of your mantras that you like to live by?
So the one that I've really kind of stuck behind has been evolve.
Okay.
Evolve for me really talks about just the journey. If you stay in one place for too long, you become stagnant.
True.
Think of water.
Okay.
Water, if it stays stagnant, can become contaminated and
festered.
Yeah. And it's no longer healthy for you if you stay in a certain state for too long. So if you constantly evolve, that's why mountain streams are always running. They always have a place to go.
Yes.
They're getting purified as they run down the mountain. That's kind of the whole mentality of evolve. Always evolve. Find something that's going to help you progress forward towards whatever goal it is that you want to achieve.
Yes.
It may take you in a different direction. It may branch off and take you on a way, down a path that you're not really sure of. So
I like that visual.
That's how you forge through and find what's going to work for you, and connect with people.
Right.
Connect with new ideas and you go from there.
I like that visual. That's a good one with the water.
Yeah.
You're right. Water's so healthy for you, but yeah, you leave it stagnant, let it sit out. It's not healthy for you anymore. It can make you sick.
Yeah.
So I like that. Okay. Now you mentioned just something just now, about evolve, and it's just like kind of staying put.
Mm-hmm.
I was just talking to somebody that was mentioning. They were telling me a story about they had a coworker, and the coworker was getting ready to retire. And it was they made it very clear, and it was very obvious that they were not happy at their job every day. It's almost like that too, right? Like it's just.
Yeah, it can be. Yeah, taking on a new position or leaving a job that you may not be fully satisfied in is always a part of evolving, because it can get to a point where that you've reached kind of the maximum learning potential in that area. Say if you're starting off at a new position, or even kind of not really exactly where I'm going with it, but no, it's more or less it's you may start at the bottom of a company in a position that you may not like, but as long as you're constantly learning and constantly improving your skill set, you'll always evolve into something else. You'll get to where you eventually want to go. It may not be fully into the company that you're with. You may stay there the entire time and retire and move on to something else.
Okay.
It's just you kind of have to find your own path. It's not preset.
Got it.
And that's how you evolve your own personal beliefs and your personal goals.
I like that, man. I really like the word evolve. It's really good and I like the concept of it too. Just constantly improving, constantly getting better, adapting to situation. Let me ask you: is this kind of out of your element recording on this podcast?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is actually an evolving moment for me. So,
and it was for me, right? Like I was just telling somebody, I used to not like watching myself or listening to it, because it was very awkward for me to hear myself or see myself. I would just kind of fast forward 10-minute sections at a time and just kind of listen.
Yeah.
And now I actually watch and listen to them all because I need to evolve and get better. And I have to critique myself. And so I know for most people coming on here, this is either always, everyone that's come on, this has either been their first or second interview on a platform like this. And this is your first, am I right?
I actually did one with Chris before.
Okay.
That was more kind of a spur on the moment type thing.
Oh, gotcha. So this is the second then.
Yeah, so this is kind of
yeah.
This is the
So
second
everyone's
time,
always their first or second. So but this is right. You're kind of evolving and getting out of your comfort zone,
Exactly.
and you got to learn how to market and brand yourself. And this is a platform to do it on.
It is.
It's pretty interesting. Now we're looking at the logo again. How'd you come up with that logo? If you're watching on YouTube, you'll see, like I said, he's wearing a shirt that had the logo on it.
Yeah. So Mantra. This current iteration started off a little bit more circular, but I did like M as kind of being the starting point. I mean, it's the starting point of the word, obviously, mantra.
Right.
So I needed a nice visualization of that could catch the eye. So initially, it started a little bit more circular, and as I kind of went through a few designs. I actually went through series of T-shirt designs, so that way I could always keep things fresh. So that was my evolving with Mantra and my apparel company.
Okay.
I eventually evolved the actual look and feel of the new logo. So this is the current updated logo right now. I am looking at doing a little bit more fun designs with it. I actually have a kind of a flag style design with the M involved in it. That'll be coming out pretty soon.
Oh, very cool. And if you're not watching on YouTube, you're listening, where can they go, like, find you guys and look it up?
Okay, yeah, so if you actually want to check out what we have right now, it's whatisyourmantra.com. And you can go there. Currently, I have two options for shirts right now, because these are limited releases that I do.
Okay.
They are hand printed. By myself. I make the screens.
Oh wow! I didn't know that.
Hand print them and ship them out myself. So that's why I also rotate through designs. So they are limited. They
Very
cool. So they're more one of a kind type things. So I have two. I have the logo tee, and then I also have an Evolve tee as well.
Oh, nice.
So there's it's on a black shirt versus a white shirt. Big white letters that say Evolve on there. The L's actually red, and then a couple of highlights. Once in one corner it says Mantra, at the bottom it says Make a Statement. So
oh, nice.
That's the mentality behind Mantra, is to be sure to make that statement either to yourself, repeat it to yourself. You can wear the shirt either as an overshirt like this, or you can wear it as an undershirt, more of like a personal shield for yourself, just kind of a personal reminder. So that's where it's really going. Though. So I like to see how people are implementing their own mantras in their own life, regardless of whatever it is that you do. A mechanic, you could be top end CEO of a company, whatever it is that drives you, whatever your mantra, whatever your value system that you believe in, that's the idea behind Mantra.
Very cool. I know my wife has a mantra that she likes, and maybe we can reach out to you and have you make a shirt for her with that. But it's and she actually tries to use it as a hashtag too. But inspire others.
Oh yeah.
And when she told me that, it really actually kind of evolved my podcast actually to where I wanted to make my podcast a one that I can inspire others.
Yeah.
So whether it's something I say or it's something when my guests come on, that what they say will help maybe inspire someone else to do whatever it is that they're trying to do or overcome. And so maybe I'll have to reach out to you and say, hey, let's make this shirt mantra inspire others on it. Or something.
Yeah. I'm
something
always
like that.
I'm always interested to hear what other people's mantras are. So if you have any ideas, you can hit me up at the website. There's an email that you can reach me at there.
What are your social medias? We were just playing on your Facebook. I really like the cover photo you have there. I think it's you wearing that. It's a shirt with a flag on it too.
Yeah,
that's a good looking shirt.
Thanks. That was actually inspired by a lot of our military people there. The way that the flag is kind of implemented, it's more of a straight down the shirt.
Yeah.
And in between each of the lines is actually each branch's motto.
Oh, so that is really cool.
Each branch of the military that we have is represented on that flag. So
that's a really good one. So where else are you at? Facebook?
So I'm on Facebook, Mantra LLC. Instagram is What Is Your Mantra, and it can all be you can basically reach out to us through the website. There are links there. So whatisyourmantra.com is where you can find us, and all of our socials are on there as well.
What do you think is maybe some of the most what was the best way to phrase this? Like maybe some of the most popular mantras that people try to live by, or you hear people say.
Popular mantras that people say. For me, I can only really kind of go back to what people have kind of connected with mantra.
Okay.
And a lot of those are attack with purpose.
Ooh, that's a good one. Okay.
Was one that I actually had, which a lot of people seem to like and had a strong connection with. Another one was find a way or make one.
Oh, that's a good one too.
So, there's always a solution out there, even if you have to create it. So
exactly. And the reason why I'm glad you mentioned that, because the reason why I asked is because maybe our people are listening to this and thinking, do I have a mantra? Like, what's mine? And maybe they've never even thought about it before. That's why I wanted you to kind of throw out some more out there, get people kind of start thinking and going and come up with one that fits them, right? Fits their lifestyle, fits them, maybe even personally.
Yeah, and if, like I say, if you have any suggestions or would like to see one, shoot me an email. Another one that I had was not done yet. If you feel like giving up, you got to push through. You're not done yet, so don't
a
don't
good
quit.
One too.
You might be reaching the peak where you're finally able to kind of see the valley on the other end. So don't give up. Just keep going.
That's a good one, and you kind of talked on that one a little extra than the other ones. That must mean a little something for you too. I'm assuming. Because it's hard, going out there, being an entrepreneur, being a business owner, and starting something. And there's days that get rough, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Tiring too.
Yeah, it's not all Lamborghinis and
that's true.
Throwing money out there,
making it rain.
that comes much later. That's
true.
Years and years of constant hard work and constantly moving forward. So keep pushing through. The times may be tough right now, but that just makes you a stronger person in the end. So keep going.
That's good. I want to talk to you about a pet peeve that I actually just kind of irked me a little bit today. Not really irked me, but I just was like, what the heck? But it's like these people on Instagram and in their bio, they just throw in the word entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And I look at their content, it's just selfies. They're all just selfies. Or a random motivational quote that they've got from someone else. Mm-hmm. Does that irk you? I don't know. It just kind of like drives me crazy a little bit.
Well, you allow whatever it is that you want to kind of take over, so that's kind of a mentality thing. But it can be a little bit bothersome.
Okay.
Because it doesn't feel genuine.
And that's what it is.
I think that's the big kicker, is that people connect with a genuine message, and that's what's kind of hard to kind of share through either pictures or an inspirational quote or something like that. And but just putting up that you're an entrepreneur without really the content behind it, or without a meaningful idea or a way to connect with people, kind of diminishes it. It takes people back. It doesn't fully engage with people, and so that's, I think a lot of that is just, how can I connect with this person if all it is, hey, look at where I am, or it's more. I think a lot of it needs to be more. I'd like to bring you along with me, or you guys are just as important to the business as anything else. That's what's great about reaching out to community and having platforms like this, and is that you're able to reach out and connect with people, and truly connect with people.
Yeah.
And either inspire and motivate and get that fire burning for somebody else to get their own dreams off the line,
right?
And take off and be where they want to be. You may not want to be, a Jeff Bezos or something like that. You may be happy living comfortably with a family, and just being able to afford the things that you want to do, rather than looking at something farther off, or that may cause even more stress than you actually need.
It's true. And I want to expand on it a little bit, because for me, the word and the action of entrepreneur is very important. All of us work for an entrepreneur, whether it's ourselves or someone else. Mm-hmm. And what bothers me is when people throw around the word like it's just catchy at the moment. But what it does is it diminishes people that are out there, really hustling, working hard, whether it's they're starting their own job, their own business, whether they have like a side gig or a side hustle to their full-time job while they get things going, whether it's even someone getting into network marketing. I don't hate on that either. It's like, people are trying to do something, and when you're trying and you're actually engaged in the action of it, to me, you're an entrepreneur, and it's hard work. It's hard work, but it's meaningful and it's important if that's what you want to do. And it just drives me crazy when people just throw it out there like as in a bio, just like it's just thrown in there like entrepreneur.
It's like a tacked on thing. Rather than a meaningful purpose.
Yeah, it's like, oh, everyone else has done this, so I'm gonna throw that in there too. Yeah. Another one I saw today, actually, someone followed me and it said in their bio, content creator. And I'm like, well, isn't everyone who's posting something, aren't they creating content already? Like, it's almost like saying food eater.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, we all kind of eat food,
Yeah, in this day and age.
But my question is now, is it valuable content? That's my real question.
Yeah, that is the true content.
And I looked through it and it wasn't. It was selfies at the gym. And I'm like, okay, you're not really... Maybe if you added like some content, important content, like, oh, did you know, this workout will help grow this? Then that would be great. But just like... There's actually no words, just hashtag. And I'm like, okay, you are a content creator, but maybe not a valuable content creator.
Yeah, what's the value behind showing off, all your hard work, but no context behind it?
Exactly.
Yeah. I understand if you're trying to promote yourself by, showing off all your dedication and stuff like that, but you also have to kind of provide value behind it as well. So.
And I'm okay with that too. I just didn't like if you're going to put that out there and then your headline is, I'm a content creator. I'm like, well, I did like it because I'm like, hey, it was a dude and he looked good in some of those pictures. I'm like, I admire that because I don't have that six pack. I admire that, hit that like button for sure. I'm like, I can admire that. So anyway, I thought that was just something that I just kind of ran into today, and you said something there. I was like, yeah, that kind of got me thinking about it a little bit. So Mantra LLC, so it's a clothing company. People can go and they can order it. So if they go to your website, like you just do like limited edition type stuff at the moment?
Yeah.
I like that because that means you're not going to see a lot of people wearing the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of the fun thing that I like behind it is that it keeps things fresh. And with different trends happening in the fashion industry, it pushes me to evolve all my designs and
that's a good point.
keep up with the trends. So
that's a good point. You gotta constantly looking at all of that stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
Is that out of your comfort zone a little bit too?
What?
Like looking at all the fashion trends and things like that?
It can be, simply because I kind of like a little bit more of the t-shirt style and just kind of the look of printed tees.
Okay.
But it's also not for everybody. Some people like a print on the crest, or a larger print on the back, or where a little bit of my philosophy is wear it proudly on the front and display it. Don't be ashamed of whatever mantra you truly believe in. Is a part of you. I mean, display it or keep it close to you.
Now tell me then, this is like clothing or apparel. Is that something that's always been kind of important to you or near you, or that's just something that just kind of happened, just evolved into that?
Well, it kind of evolved into that. I mean, I started enjoying the whole printing process.
Oh, okay.
So
because you're in marketing, like that's kind of like a lot of what you do, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and so going from actual design on the computer to actually putting it on a physical item.
I gotcha.
That process of transitioning it was actually a fun process to learn. So going from learning the chemicals that you need to create the screen and to apply it, and then to print off the design to make sure that it's going to print correctly, having the correct exposure time, to making sure that the screen washes out correctly, all the way to getting the right ink and making sure that everything's aligned. I mean, it's quite the big process.
And it was probably quite the learning curve for you.
It was.
Okay.
Yeah, it really was, but fun at the same time.
I love that how things just happen, right? Like you never know what paths you land on or start taking in life. You probably weren't growing up thinking, "Oh, I want to, have a clothing brand one day." That probably wasn't coming to your mind.
No, it really didn't.
But through actions in life that you found things that you like and discovered and interest you, all of a sudden things happen and evolve and grow into something else.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
I think that's always fascinating.
It may not have, I may not have started the clothing company or the whole screen printing process to learn it myself had I not had a desire to kind of design my own stuff, my own vision. And with just the evolution of going from idea to putting it down on the screen to drawing it out to eventually getting the screen made and then printing it. I mean, it's been a big process.
Wow. So you're doing this from home?
I do this, yeah.
Wow.
Currently, this is a home business. And just looking to get the word out and more people are interested in sharing their own mantras or even sharing some of mine that they believe in.
I like that. It also makes it feel a lot more personal too.
Yeah.
So I really like that idea too. That's freaking awesome, man. So did you go to school for like marketing and design and all that stuff?
I did go to school for design.
Okay.
That's kind of where it started off. I've always kind of been a bit of an artist.
Interesting.
Doodling, and
all right.
I just progressed into the whole computer field.
But you were just showing me some logos that you were dabbling with and playing around with, and just like fun projects you just want to do for fun. And they look good, man. It looks really good. I was impressed.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
I was impressed. It's just, like growing up, did you always were like just kind of sketching, drawing?
Oh yeah, always doodling on something, whether it be my own take on the Predator or
very cool,
or just different ideas that I had around for typography or kind of whatever. So it was just fun dabbling around in all that, and eventually it became into creating design and marketing and going from there.
Very fun. Like I see you have a notepad with you. Do you always carry a notepad with you at all times?
It's one thing that I've started adapting for myself. Is
Okay.
To carry more notepads to kind of help keep me centered and organized,
Gotcha.
especially towards what I'm doing. I did a little prep work to kind of help prepare me for doing this, and I mean, I may stumble, I may fall, but I got to pick myself back up and dust myself off and just keep going.
It's another mantra right there. I love it.
There it is. See, more ideas. Now I got to write it down.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's awesome, man. Like, what is something that you want to say to somebody like they're trying to discover their mantra. They're trying to find out what kind of drives them. Maybe their why.
Their why?
Yeah.
Here's kind of where you can start it. A lot of people say start with the why.
Yeah.
And it is. I do believe that is an important aspect of starting. The other aspect that I find is, what are your core values?
Oh, that's good.
So what do you look for in other people that strengthens that tie between yourself and them? And,
nice.
You kind of see, like, if I believe that if one of my core values is honesty, I'm going to look for that in other people, and I'm going to I want to bring more people that are honest into my circle. So that's a core value,
Yeah.
Having the courage to take the first step or an initial step. Those are core values that you really you hold on to yourself, and that's a good place to start. And then you can branch out to, okay, so here's my core value. Now what's my why?
Yeah.
So look at it as a step. You kind of solidify yourself before taking that why step, and then you can progress and see all the avenues that can help you reach your goal.
That's good, man. I like that. I like that a lot. And I want to add to it a little bit too. I think something that's important when you discover your why is something that just kind of keeps you up at night, or even if it's something you want to fight for hard, or even just thinking about it makes you want to cry sometimes, or hits you in the heart a little bit.
Yeah, it's got to make an impact in order for you to actually find that fire. Because if the fire isn't there, it's not going to take off the way you kind of want it to.
Yeah, so. That's a good point. What other kind of messages is that you want to share with our listeners or watchers that are listening or watching?
Well, I think I've covered a couple of those already with some of the mantras, but just don't give up.
Yes.
Don't give up. One avenue may not pan out for you, but look at maybe what you consider as a failure, but look at it as a learning opportunity.
Right.
And say, okay, look, maybe that's not for me. Let's try maybe a variation of that, or let's try something completely different that I may lock into, and that's where I want to go. But hold on to your core values. Make sure that whatever it is that you decide to do aligns with those core values.
Yeah.
If you don't feel like it aligns with that, it may not be the right choice for you. So.
Good point.
So keep that in mind.
Those are really good points, man. I like that a lot. And if people want to go and they buy your stuff, it's just whatisyourmantra.com, right?
Whatisyourmantra.com.
That's the best place to go look it up.
To look it up, and I do have all the social links on there as well. So if you want to find out what we're doing on Facebook, there's a Facebook link, and same with Instagram. So
nice. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
If you were to travel anywhere in the world right now, where would you go?
Right now?
Yes.
Actually, one place that's on my list to go is actually Japan.
Why is that?
I've always kind of enjoyed the culture, and
interesting.
I think it would be just a big shift.
Okay.
From the States. And I've never been kind of outside the country apart from I've been to Cozumel.
Okay.
So I think just a larger culture shock for myself would be
for sure
would be kind of fun.
I have some family in town from Japan right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and Yeah, it's interesting. You know, that I actually over the holidays, I was asking them because it's not a huge Christian population over there, but obviously Christmas is mostly Christian related. And I'm like, hey, but do you guys celebrate Christmas? Like, what's going on there? And they're telling me stories. I was like, interesting. It's interesting. I think you'd find some culture shock for sure.
Oh yeah.
What's the first thing you'd want to do when you got down there? You have the plane. What's the first thing you want to do?
Boy, after that long flight, probably go to the hotel and take a nap. But but after that, I don't know. I'd probably want to get outside of the main city and kind of get into more of the historical aspects of Japan and kind of see a lot of the architecture and a lot more of the landscapes out there. I think that would be kind of fun. But after that, I wouldn't mind seeing the largest crosswalk in the world.
What is that? I don't know what that is.
There's a scene in I believe Tokyo Drift.
Oh, okay.
Where they go sliding through the largest crosswalk. It's the largest people crosswalk. It's got 4 or 5 intersections.
Yes. Okay. I know what you're talking about.
And then people are just constantly crossing. So that would be kind of a fun little landmark to go check out.
Okay, I got to bring it all the way back around. We just talked about all these things now. We talked about Japan. We talked about movies. Tell me, The Karate Kid. Did you love it?
Oh yeah, Karate Kid was awesome.
I loved it.
Yeah, now they've got a show on, what is it, Amazon? That's kind of the
YouTube.
It's the YouTube. Yeah, the YouTube series.
Oh yeah, did you watch that?
I haven't seen it. But,
I actually saw a couple episodes. I kind of liked it though.
Yeah. From what I hear, it's doing really well. So you get to kind of see what everybody's been up to after the Karate Kid movies kind of wrapped up. And
Daniel started a car dealership.
Yeah.
And then Johnny started kind of going down a not so great path.
Yeah.
And he always blames Daniel for his life because he beat him in that championship tournament. So I just watched like 2 episodes, but I kind of dug it a little bit. Did you like all the Karate Kid movies?
I liked the first 2. The first 2 I thought were really good. I liked,
and the second one they did go to Japan. That's why I started thinking about it.
Yeah. So those were really good.
Okay, so again, we're the same age. How many times did you do that crane stance? How many times were you doing
who hasn't done the crane stance?
So many times. My mom made me and my brother pajamas of like Karate Kid, like a gi type pajamas, and we have pictures of us posing like that. And I probably did that every day at school. After I watched that movie, every day was like, it was the crane. That's awesome.
That's great.
Oh, that's awesome. Ryan, brother, thanks so much for coming on, man.
Right, thanks for having me.
This was a good time.
It was. I enjoyed it.
I hope you guys enjoyed it. Got some great tips. Got some great mantra for yourself. And reach out. What is your mantra?
Yes, whatisyourmantra.com.
And go check out some of his apparel. Check out some of his attire. Go order some. It'll be sent out to you, personally made by Ryan himself. Hey, thanks, guys.
All right, thanks,
Catch
guys.
you next episode.
See ya.